The color for Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month is purple, and June has been the month for that. Michele Green is here with some action steps that have been taken for this month of going purple. It's been a good purple month, hasn't it, Michele?
Sure has. Yeah. It's really important, though, the awareness piece of this in June, because there's so many misconceptions and myths surrounding Alzheimer's and brain health awareness and dementia-related diseases. So education always equals better care. And brings dignity and, again, better care to the family that's going through this, as well as the person journeying with the disease.
You're a volunteer with
Yes.
our local group. How is it that you became involved? What's your personal interest or stake in this?
Oh, thank you for asking. Through just work in my career, I had gotten involved with families and folks going through this disease. And this was just a great way to offer another level of support. And I wanted to learn more for myself as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, you mentioned the misconceptions and the fallacies about this disease, about everything brain related. I totally agree with you. There's this stigma remains.
Yes.
With the whole mental health spectrum. So what are some about Alzheimer's and dementia that you would like to clear up?
Sure. I think there's a lot of shame sort of shrouded for the person with the diagnosis and as well as the caregivers, and that can be very isolating for everybody. We don't want to talk about it, or don't want to admit sort of they're changing in their personality and sort of the cognitive disability that sets in. So it's really important to educate through what's happening now with the disease and what's coming next. There's still a lot of joy in life to be lived through that disease. I encourage everybody to go to the website, Alzheimer's Association's website, alz.org. Lots of great education and ways to be involved. There's lots of great support groups also that they can get connected with. You know, families and people are going through the same thing. But I think for the community, when we see folks that we know out and about, how can we best support them and support their caregivers? In the state of Iowa alone, they estimate 300,000 folks have this disease.
I was seeing this.
Yes, and 500,000 caregivers.
Yes, because this isn't just a person can't do this on their own. They have to have some kind of support.
Yes.
And if they don't have close family or they don't have anybody, how are you feeling about the memory care centers, the facilities where people are?
In this area, we have wonderful facilities, a variety of programming, a variety of environments. So I really encourage, if somebody's looking that direction, to tour some facilities and see what feels like home to them. It's a really hard decision. When I've been with folks in support groups, when they talk about that moment, it's definitely the hardest. So I think we need to be very real about that with families. But I think as a community, support these caregivers. A lot of times they kind of get forgotten in this, and it can be very isolating. So if they choose to take care of their loved one at home, or when they're starting to come to that decision and decide to place them somewhere, we have to support that as well. It's a really tough disease.
Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the U.S. I didn't realize it was that high on the list as far as fatality.
Yes, I think that's another myth, is people don't realize this is a terminal disease, because as the brain deteriorates, certainly the brain controls organ function and a lot of other things in your body, and eventually that can lead to death. But along the way, you lose the ability to talk and emotionally connect and all the things that go with that. It's really important. Folks are educated about this. Again, back to the awareness of June, it's a great time to inspire others to go to the website and just become better educated. When you go on the homepage, there's sections for somebody with the disease, caregivers, and also in the community. One of my favorite resources I like to give to families is a section in there where it has sort of what to expect, early stage, mid stage, late stage, as well as some really practical tips on how to get through basics in your day. That's really, really important. Everybody's different in this disease. There's not a handbook and one size fits all. So again, just awareness that this is real and this is happening to the ones in our community. We need to support each other in this and add
Michele,
dignity to this.
That is such good advice, and I'm so glad you mentioned the resource. We're going to show the front page here, which is Alzheimer's or alz.org.
Yes.
And You know, sometimes we curse the internet, you know, oh, it's been the downfall of society. But I tell you what, if you go to a place like that and you could find all of the different categories of what to expect with this disease, what's next, new research on the horizon, this is what you need. I mean, and you can peruse that at your own, in your own leisure, at your own time, compared to trying to make an appointment with somebody, getting a million questions answered.
Absolutely.
Start there.
And for the caregiver, they can't just leave the house always
Right.
to get to the support group or get to the doctor or, you know, another place. I really want people to know too, there is a 24/7 helpline on there, right on the front page.
Good.
2 in the morning, it's been a really rough night, you're not alone. There's somebody there to help you.
Wow, Michele, you I could tell your heart and your spirit are really in this. So we appreciate you for that.
Thank you
Thanks
for having
coming on
us.
today.
Yes.
And so we have what? We have today and tomorrow for June.
Yes.
But you know, this kind of awareness is ongoing. So
Absolutely.
thanks, Michele.
Thank you.